I just made a jalapeno cheese bread. Look at the size of it. Let's make it. To a bowl, 2 cups of warm water, a couple teaspoons of honey. And now we just need 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, and any yeast is fine, the quick rise or the dry active. Now I'm giving this a good whisk and I'm gonna let it sit here for about 5 minutes to let that yeast activate. I really hope you guys were able to see that yeast activate. I find it so fascinating, okay? And if your yeast doesn't do that and it doesn't bubble and come to the top and get all frothy, you don't continue. It means your yeast probably isn't good, or it means your water wasn't warm enough. And remember, your yeast needs to be stored in the fridge once opened. It even says it right on the package, okay? I'm gonna start incorporating. We're not gonna use all-purpose flour. I completely forgot that I actually picked up this artisan bread flour, and I can't believe I almost didn't use it. This wasn't, this was a random spur of the moment purchase. I went in for something else and saw it, and I'm like, you know what, let's give it a try. Let's see if it really makes a big difference, okay? Now, I always just use all-purpose, so if that's all you have, you can use it, okay? But we're gonna test this one out. We'll test it out and see if it has any business being 4 times the price of regular flour, okay? That was 2 cups. We're probably gonna need more. I'm just gonna start giving it a little whisk, as well as I'm gonna add some salt, about a tablespoon. But as you see, I just keep pouring. 3 cups. We're still pretty sticky. I'm gonna go in with another 1/2 cup. So that was 3 1/2 cups of that artisan bread flour. Still pretty sticky, but I think 3 1/2 cups is what I'm gonna go with. Now we're gonna leave it just like that. We're gonna cover it. We're gonna place it somewhere warm, 1 hour. After 1 hour, look at the dough. Just got my hands a little wet. I'm just gonna pull it from the sides. All right, now I am using 1 full jalapeno, but I did remove the seeds. I probably should have done half. And then half on the second set of stretch and folds, but we're just doing a whole one right now. Now I'm adding in some shredded 3 cheese. Adding in some garlic powder. Alan sent me this. Fine garlic powder, and this is the brand Members Mark, never heard of it. And this is the onion powder, same brand. Now I just got my hand a little wet again, and I'm gonna do a set of stretch and folds, just pulling it over and getting all that cheese and jalapeno right in the middle. All right, so this is how it looks. I'm gonna cover it and we're gonna let it do another rest. I just got my hands a little wet again. Just gonna deattach the dough from the side. And I'm gonna go in with even more jalapenos, which I'm kind of regretting. That was 2 full jalapenos in total. But you know what? You can add as much or as little as you like, of course, right? And we're gonna add some extra cheese. And now I'm gonna do another set of those stretch and folds. Look at how good it's starting to look. We're gonna cover it and let it do another rest. First rest was about an hour, the second rest was about an hour, and now the third rest has been like 20 minutes, and I'm just way too impatient to wait another hour, okay? So we got our dough, and I'm gonna dump it onto some parchment paper, and I just put a little bit of flour down. I think we have enough jalapenos, so I'm just gonna add some extra cheese. Well, maybe some extra powder, just in case I didn't add enough. So it was the garlic powder and the onion powder. Just gonna kind of roll it up here. Now I am using a Dutch oven for this, and if you don't have a Dutch oven, just use any oven safe dish will work with a lid. This is the smaller Dutch oven. It's a 3.7 liter, 4/4. And I like to use the smaller one because then this way my bread's gonna get really tall because it's kind of skinnier. But if I use my larger Dutch oven, I find that the bread will spread and it'll be quite a bit thinner, where we want some height on our bread, okay? So we're gonna put our bread in. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like we can just never have enough cheese, okay? And now I'm gonna cover this and put a lid on it, and we're gonna get our oven temp up to 450 degrees. So the only other rest time this is gonna do is the amount of time it takes my oven to get to 450 degrees. My oven has preheated to 450 degrees. This is how it looks. Keeping the lid on, and we're throwing it in the oven. Guys, I think I screwed this one up, and I make a whole lot of bread. I'd like to consider myself a bread expert, and we still make mistakes. So it baked for 20 minutes at 450 degrees with the lid on. I removed the lid at the 20-minute mark and continued baking for 15 minutes, and this thing was like huge, okay? And as it sat, it shrunk, and I think it's underdone. And I'm sad by that, and I can't throw it back in because it's been sitting out for too long, and I've already thrown in muffins. I have muffins in the oven that I can't take out, or they're gonna be ruined too. So we're gonna hope that it's okay, all right? Look at it. I'm feeling like it's a little undercooked. What I can't get over is the size of this. And guys, it was way taller. Way taller. Like you can see that it's caved in the middle a little. Oh. Look at it. It's beautiful. Let it cool. I don't want to let it cool, but we gotta let it cool. It's been 5 minutes and I don't want to wait any longer. Cut it open. I think we're gonna be perfect for some grilled cheeses. That's what I do know. The jalapeno smell that's coming from it is making my nose burn. You guys ready? I don't think you are.